67 million years ago, a giant lives, dies, and is swallowed by the earth. But this dinosaur left behind more than just bones. It's a mummy.
When you first lay eyes upon such a remarkable specimen, you are absolutely gobsmacked.
Its scales and skin, muscle and tissue have been frozen in time, and now may change our understanding of dinosaurs, bringing long extinct secrets to life.
Our dinosaur mummy makes many other dinosaurs look like roadkill.
It's an autopsy like none other. With the largest high-resolution CT scan ever attempted, we unseal the tomb of the dinosaur mummy. North Dakota, USA, 67 million years ago. Rivers and wetlands dominate the landscape, their waters flowing eastward toward a vast inland sea. It's green, lush, and inhabited by spectacularly large creatures. It is the end of the Cretaceous period, the pinnacle of dinosaur evolution, when some of our most beloved giant reptiles walked the earth. Triceratops, Tyrannosaurus, and a 40-foot, 3.5-ton herbivore called a hadrosaur. It is here where our story begins. Hadrosaurs were the cows of the Cretaceous, munching their days away on vegetation when they weren't running for their lives. But while they may have been one of T-Rex's favorite meals, they were also one of the most successful dinosaurs of the time. More hadrosaur fossils have been found poking out of the earth than most any other dinosaur. This particular hadrosaur, though, is special, if not in life, then in death. Rather than just fossilized bones and teeth, its skin, tissues, and maybe even organs somehow survived across the eons. It's as if the animal locked eyes with some Cretaceous-aged Medusa and turned to stone. This is a dinosaur mummy, one of only a handful ever found. To Dr. Phil Manning of the University of Manchester, England, who's been leading the research on the find, it's the opportunity of a lifetime.
Dinosaur fossils are usually isolated bones. Occasionally, we're very lucky and get a partial skeleton, and in exceptional circumstances, we get a complete skeleton, articulated. That is the absolute 10 out of 10 for a dinosaur. Dinosaur mummies come in off the scale. These are so rare.
So rare, and so brimming with scientific promise, that even a single dinosaur mummy has the potential to change our understanding of all dinosaurs. So far, the fossilized dinosaur bones of natural history museums, sometimes as little as a tooth or an arm, have told scientists like Manning practically everything they know about these extinct reptiles. From their skeletons, they know how big they were. But without tissue and flesh to fill them out, they don't really know how the animals looked. From the size and shape of a dinosaur's leg bones, scientists have estimated how these animals moved. But without muscles, they can't know how fast. By comparing the bones of some animals with others, we have discovered some 300 different species of dinosaur. But without genes and proteins, we can't say for sure how they came about or what they evolved into. A dinosaur mummy, with its tissues frozen in time, will give researchers the chance to investigate, as never before, the real inner workings of these ancient animals, opening a rare window on how they lived.
It is quite fair to say that our dinosaur mummy makes many other dinosaurs look like roadkill, simply because the evidence we're getting from our creature is so complete compared to the disjointed sort of skeletons that we're usually having to draw conclusions from.
With fossilized skin samples, measures of muscle mass, and perhaps even genetic material, our well-preserved dinosaur mummy has kicked off an investigation befitting King Tut, including the largest high-resolution CT scan ever attempted.
With a live animal, you can dissect, you can open the body cavity, shove your head in, have a look at the gore. Great! You can't do it when it's been mummified and is made of stone, which ours is.
The massive X-ray source owned by NASA and run by Boeing to detect flaws in space shuttle parts may expose anything from what these dinosaurs ate to how they moved to the number of chambers in their hearts. But before we get closer to unlocking any of these secrets, we have to rewind back to the beginning. It's called the Hell Creek Formation. But to paleontologists, this part of North Dakota is pure heaven. All those dinosaurs that led happy, fruitful lives here on these ancient floodplains also died here. Making Hell Creek a hotbed for fossils. Our dinosaur mummy's 67 million year slumber comes to an end one summer day in 1999, when high school sophomore Tyler Leeson is out on one of his routine prospecting runs. Leeson has walked just about every inch of this land. It's been in his family for decades, and he's been hunting fossils on it since he was practically a toddler. As a teenager, he has already headed 20 dinosaur excavations. Even so, nothing could prepare him for what he finds protruding from that rocky hillside.
I followed the bone fragments up the little gully, and I saw 2 spinal bones sticking out of the hill.
That's not the unusual part. Well-preserved dinosaur bones are scattered all over Hell Creek. These were different.
They were together, they were articulated, so they were in the correct order, as in life. And that in itself is quite rare.
Leeson rounded up his crew and began excavating the site. Removing more and more rocks and dirt, he realized there was a whole lot more to these fossils than just bones.
I knocked off a little piece of what I thought was just sandstone, and I looked at it, and it had a weird pattern to it. And so I brought the piece of sandstone back to the lab, and after hours and hours of slowly brushing it, the scales started to appear.
Leeson held in his hands the scaly skin of an animal that had been extinct for 65 million years.